So, the fourth industrial revolution will be defined at the EPO by connectivity. If you have only one word to have in mind, it's connectivity. Connectivity, the internet of everything, connecting people, connecting things, and complex smart systems throughout ICT, but also throughout all traditional industries, leading to smart everything. Smart transport, as the colleagues just mentioned, smart building, smart health, smart cities, smart airplanes transport. So it's just for us connectivity and making things smart. Big data will be produced by these systems, the use of which can no longer be optimized. And artificial intelligence will be required to continually optimize these complex processes, and many other emerging technologies, such as blockchain, will also be used to better control these processes and will provide many other opportunities to new business. So if I had only one word for you for this first slide, as far as the EPO is concerned, the fourth industrial revolution is based on Internet of Everything and connectivity. The core technologies of the fourth industrial revolution will remain hardware and software, but connectivity will be the defining factor, connecting sensors, complex systems, and many actors in the value chains. Connectivity defines for the EPO what belongs to the fourth industrial revolution, while key enabling technologies include AI, blockchain, 3D printings, and of course the cloud, and are enabling great leaps forward in how all these smart systems will function. The fourth industrial revolution receives a lot of hype, but the EPO has proved that it's a real in its study on the fourth industrial revolution available on our website, as these patent filing trends show and relevant patents filing have started to increase exponentially in the last few years. I will give you some figures. I mean, the figures are quite clear. All the applicants, the main applicants, have increased their filing at the EPO regarding what we could call the fourth revolution. Also, the share of invention relying on informal and communication technologies in all traditional areas of technology is apparent from these two examples. ICT invention in automotive areas have increased from 36 to 63%, and medical is about similar. Over the 16 years, a big change. So you could say that now most of the applications in automotive, most of the applications in medical technologies are related to what we call the fourth revolution. And we can see from the leading 20 patent applicants that this is a really global phenomenon. Not only Samsung, LG, Sony, Nokia, Huawei, Qualcomm, BlackBerry, and coming from all what we call the IP5 regions. All IP5 regions coming from Korea, coming from China, coming from the US, coming from Japan, coming from US, all regions from all over the world are actually filing more and more on these underlying technologies. The EPO, Yes, sorry. So the EPO uses its global patent filing databases to produce real evidence, to base policy in Europe and globally. We have produced studies which are freely available on the EPO website, www.epo.org, patents and the fourth industrial revolution, and now patents and the self-driving vehicles. And you will see, as a second example, that patents filing on SDV, self-driving vehicles, have increased 330% at the EPO since 2011. These are just facts. Under European law, computer software, as I told you, cannot be patented as such. But the EPO has established a solid and predictable two hurdles approach to define what is patentable under a computer-implemented invention and what is not. At the EPO, the EPO has now worked hard to define this in more details in close cooperation with International Patent Application for Artificial Intelligence, Blockchain, and Standard Essential Patents, all the subject of EPO conferences in 2018 now. At the same time, the EPO remains the patent office with the perceived highest quality globally for many reasons, which is more and more important with increasing numbers of global filings. We have all these different conferences. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So this is just an overview I used to give to everyone about what is the EPO with the 4,400 examiners. And what I would like to emphasize, it's something which will be given a bit more by my colleagues today and tomorrow. The unique amongst all the IP office, the division of 3 examiners. If you have 3 examiners working on the same filing, on the search and on the examination, you might be sure that you could have someone on IT, on mechanics, on medical, to make sure that as for the 4th revolution industry, the way we tackle it, the way we tackle the, let's say, the results of this new way, these new developments, is correctly searched. We have, and once again, I would like to emphasize, the world's largest database, and something which is new and something which is extremely good for us, all of us. The Indian data will be very soon incorporated in this world's largest database. So which means that we will have the Indian prior art included in this world largest database. And this is something which is coming very soon. Timeliness. The timeliness you could have as far as the EPO results are concerned, it's always something which is important. The search report, 6 months of receipts, is something we are in general having. The examination time is, for the time being, less than 12 months, and the opposition time is on average 15 months. We heard the other day, when we had this meeting with our colleagues from the IPO, the Indian Patent Office, that the Indian Patent Office has delivered a patent 83 days after filing, which is absolutely fantastic, and we are very happy about this result, which means that the Indian, let's say, IP world is increasing a lot, and one of our colleagues said that the timeliness is now something which has been definitely tackled in the Indian IP office, and we are extremely happy about that. Something which is important for you to know, which is a question I had yesterday the opportunity to meet quite a lot of you, and quite a lot of people did not know about that. The PACE request at the EPO, the priority for accelerated examination. No more fee, no justification, no publication. You just ask for the PACE request, which means that instead of having 6 months, it will be done in 3 months. So the PACE request is something which is, for the time being, extremely popular and which is taking more and more important. The high patent quality is exported throughout the global patent system through the EPO's key role in the PCT system. As you all know, the EPO acts as PCT ISA for 143 countries and is responsible for 36% of all worldwide PCT search reports, and continues to put quality above all else for successful support for innovation in the 4th industrial revolution. I thank you very much for your attention. I just want to emphasize once again that the EPO is having a very, very strong cooperation, not only with the Indian Patent Office, but with the MATI, and we had last week a hell of a lot of meetings with your colleagues from both organizations, and we do consider, especially regarding the 4th industrial revolution, that India is going to play a key role, and the more we could all of us work with the Indian prior art, with the Indian data included in all of these global data which have been used for the time being by 47 national offices all over the world for the tool which is called EpochNet. EpochNet will be used by the Indian Patent Office since in the next 2 or 3 months. We are implementing this tool in the next 2 or 3 months, and the Indian Patent Office will have exactly the same level of quality, at the level of quality which is delivered by all the other 47, let's say, national offices which are working with this tool. So thanks a lot. It's a very positive, extremely positive cooperation we have with the Indian Patent Office. This afternoon and tomorrow, my 2 colleagues will be here to answer all technical questions about the 4th industrial revolution. The 4th industrial revolution, the way we are tackling it at the EPO, but I can assure you, for us to be here in India with you, it's a very, very nice and symbolic, not only a symbolic, but a proactive fact. Thanks a lot. I don't know how it works.